So joining?
Yes.
Okay. So now we move into our fourth step to making some of the visualization or making some of the measure. Okay. So before creating measure, I just click on data file and search every file. Like first I go to dim date. So under the dim date, what we need into this, like just analyze the sum of the part for dim date. Just go to Excel. What is the date requirement? In the factor. Okay, in the date we don't need anything. So in the destination is done. In the origin also we don't need anything. Dim visitor. See, in this column we have to do one thing. What is the one thing? See, in the Excel we have a age group, but in this file we don't have any age group. Okay, so I just click one formula for this, the age group. So we can write one destination or one functions for this if function. You just click on new column, div visitor, click on new column and write down, you do a function. Okay, and shift enter so that you can move down and see what is the age group. Like we have an option of 4. Like if the age group is 5 to 25, then the option will be gents. So you just click on this. If age function, age means in the visitor table you have a age column. The visitor table you have a age column. It means your age column is equal to, what is the range between this? It means your range is, suppose, yeah, in the age column, what is the option to start? Start with the highest, okay, and end with the lowest. The first thing you have to done with, I can write it here, start with highest function, end with the lowest. So what is the age? Like in the age of like 51 to 60, it means your age is equal to or greater than 50. It means greater than or equal to 51. Then the result true is you need, what you need, boomers. So you just click write it as boomers and comma and then click on the new function. This means a new line. So new line is just a function, write it again like visitor age. If the visitor age, the second option you have, greater than or equal to 41, you need a chance. Means greater than or equal to 41, you need a GE. Move down into third column, greater than or equal to 26, then you need as a millennials. If the visitor age, if the visitor age greater than or equal to 26, and then you need as a millennials. And if the visitor age is now less than and equal to 25, okay, so next one is less than or equal to 25, then you need as GE and J. And you just click on write 4 things and you just click on enter. Your date range visitor is ready. See age group. Okay. So any doubt till in this function? Let what we do. If you don't have doubt, then I have a one question from this example. First, you have to go through this example, this functions which I written. and tell me you have any doubt. If
Sir,
you don't have any doubt, then I will ask you a question. Yeah, tell me.
actually, in the condition, we have written like a dimension visitor age greater than equal to 51.
Yeah.
And next one is greater than equal to 41. So when if we have greater than equal to 41, so from 41 to till whatever we have highest value, then it will display Gen X. So it will not display boomers for 51, right, sir?
Yeah. See, this is the benefit in Power BI. But when you do in Excel, this function is not suitable. But when you do the Power BI, this function is suitable because see, what is the first requirement? Why I tell you in the highest to lowest? Why I tell you? Because of this function only. Okay. See, when you put the first condition as equal to 51, greater than or equal to 51 means the first function is ready for all the rows. Okay. So first function is ready for all the rows when the boomers is written into this column. See, when I will tell you, when the boomer is written on this column, it will disable of this function. Okay. Power BI is disable of this function means only these three column, first, second, and third. These three column only the option for this line. Okay. So now if we return as greater than or equal to 41, see in the age of this, you don't have a highest value of 41. See, just a 50 till 50. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
this function is written. Just a minute. Okay. So this function is written like first function we have written, it is disabled when this function is running. After that, suppose this function is written, then this function is also disabled after the boomers and jacks. This function is also disabled after the three function is written, and at the end of this function is written. So that is the stepwise highest, lowest, lowest, and the lowest. Okay, so that is way I tell you in Excel this function is not suitable. In Excel this function is not suitable, but in Power BI this function is suitable. That is the reason to use Power BI. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So now understand this one is question I have to ask you from. So Jasmeet and Himlata, for you is it okay? If you have any
Yes,
doubts,
sir.
you can ask me.
No doubt.
So now you have to return every if and switch function. Write it in the Excel as well as if function, the switch function. Both are the same. How to use switch? I will tell you later. If and switch both are written as a highest to lowest only. Don't need to write as a lowest to highest or middle to highest. Always written as highest to lowest. It means when you put it as a highest, it means after the running this function. Because see, in the VBA coding, when you do the Excel, okay, suppose when you do the Excel, it is line by line executed the function. It means the first it is executed only this function. If this function is executed in this all the lines, then this function is disabled. Now they executed this function only, and when these two functions are already executed, then only these two are executed, these two are disabled. That is the benefit of use of Power BI. Okay, so right now we have a age group wise, and one next thing we need as a top customer, top country. Yeah, so now I think most of the things we have done in the things like dim visitor we have done in the fact hotel. Let me just check if anything we have to do with this number of days, number of people, hotel reservation, this kind of skill, day of booking. Yeah, the day of booking. Where is the day of booking? See guys, we have a date of booking like 1st January 2013, 2019, but here we have option like top hotel booking by rating as well as analyzing. So we have to analyze by top hotel by booking name and booking rating, this kind of skill. So for this we have to identify as a just a day. We need a day. Okay. So how to write a day of booking name means you have to just go to this and this date, as well as you go to dim date, as well as see in this date you have a date column, and you just click on new column. So for the date, you have the day of like a Sunday or Monday, this kind of things. So already we have a Monday, Tuesday, day of the week name. So why we need this? I just click on day of booking and tell you how to format. Format function you can do, and you need just a day value. Okay, so day for the date, like date of booking only. You just click on date of booking function. Or you can put it as date, and this column and then the formatting of 4D. We have a day of booking. Right now we have a day of booking with the same thing like Monday, because it is starting from I think days of week. Okay, day of this is day of week, and this is the day of booking. Like this example 5/7 we have a Thursday value, so that is the reason. And one more thing I can do in the week number day, yeah, the day of booking in the format like in the numerical group as well as. So I just click on this, add a new column, write it as day of booking, just a D, need a date, day, and just enter. So why I need this? Okay, why I need this? Because the 4, 5, 6 it is a numerical. So I just click on day of booking, sort by. So for the reason of sort by, I need a day of booking day, because earlier it is sort by just a day like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, this kind of. Uh, yeah, for the date, see day of booking we have a text value, and day of booking we have this one is also text now, all number. Just go to day and sort by day of booking D. We can sort the column by day of booking. Sort by just choose a different column for sorting. Let me just do a different column like date, day of booking, day in a week, day of the month. Let me just go to this 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, year, quarter, month, day, 5. Okay, this one also day of the month also. So day of the month. Just check what is the option like day of booking, text format. We have a day of booking as well as day of booking date into day of booking as a whole number, and the day of booking as a text value. So if I sort it into day of booking as a week, so instead of day, it is week. 5, 6. Okay, all the things are same. For date of booking, yeah, now it's done. Okay, so see why I put the instead of day I put as instead of week, because this date for the week only, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and the week is going to start with just a Sunday, then it will take as 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the reason that I put a week, and then it is summarized by the day of week. So when I put into the graph chart, the first day is starting with Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, this kind of skill. So that is the reason that I format with the date of booking and date of day of booking and the day of booking in the numerical number with the week format only. So now our all the things are done with this, like our measure, like our column, calculated column is ready. Now our all the calculation is done. So now I need first step in the Excel file. First step is total countries, total customer, and total hotel. So we just click on thing total customer. So for this we have to visitor table, and in the customer ID we have a total of customer. So we just click on here as a new mode. Go to modeling step, click on new table. So for this new table you have to write some measure. So put it as key measure table. Just enter. It means your blank table is ready. So every measure you can return for this function, this all table you can write it just in one go, in a one table. So you just click on new measure, and first I need a total of countries or total of customer. Okay, so I can write it as total visitor. You have a multiple option to count. Like you can count rows as well as count rows and give the table name. Right now you don't need to give a column name. You just click on the table name, and table name is dim visitor. So what is the option of count rows here? That count rows just a count of visitor table. Okay, visitor table means you have a total number of visitor like this. I'm going to this visitor. See, count rows is function to use the count of this function. So this is a visitor. Yeah. So count rows is the use of just use this count as well as complete count. So there is a reason. So you just click on this, go to format, table, total visitor. So you have a 67K visitor. Okay, so also you can format the data label as not auto. You can choose as none. So it means your total visitor is 66. Click on this and format with a comma delimiter, so that you can use as total visitor you have 66 and 535. Total customer. So now one more thing I can do. Just click on new measure with the same need, same thing we need again with another function. Like total. So now I need a total customer and visitor, both are the same. So I just write it another different name, because when you doing the same name again and again, it will not format good way. So you just click on count. There is a function of count, and count says that is column name. You can write it as column name means dim visitor. Now you can put visitor column customer ID. So you can just customer ID and click OK, and do the same. Select this one, copy and just paste. And instead of total visitor, you can put it as total customer, means the total value will be the same. Okay, so there is a two function which the result will be same. Count is function to use for a column, but count rows is the use for function only. So now it is okay for you, both the function. Now one more function. Click on this new. For this we have a new function, like total customer also we have a new function. So right now I write as total visitor unique. For total unique visitor, you have to put it as new function as distinct count, and here you can use as column name visitor ID and click on this. So you just click on this, copy and just paste. And instead of total customer, you need a total unique customer. and see the value will be the same for all three functions. Okay, so this kind of function you can utilize. So right now we have a total visitor, total customer, total unique visitor. It means all the value will be the same, only the function is different. In the total customer, we are using a count function. In this file, distinct count, and in this file, we have a count rows. What is written? Count rows used for table. These two functions are used for column. So any doubt till here, or you can use, or we can use further measure. So just click on further. So now I need a unique country only unique origin country as well as unique destination country. So for the unique origin country equal to distinct count always, and for the country you have to use a dim origin country and this function of this and enter. It means the total of unique country you have. Just click on this, copy and just paste. Instead of this, using that unique origin country C7. As I already told you, the total origin country we have 7. Now the next function is total destination unique country. Write it as unique destination country. You can put it as distinct count and write it as destination country. So dim destination and use destination country. So total destination country we have 720. So now suppose if we need as suppose in the visitor table, in the table format, I will show you in the visitor table, we have a total number of age. Okay, total age of the visitor. So right now I need a 3 age. What is first is highest age of the customer, highest age of the visitor, lowest age of the visitor, and the average age of the visitor. These three function I need. So I just click on new measure. So for the highest age of visitor, because this thing we don't need into making a visualization, I just give you one example only, that sometimes you need a highest things you need into your data. So you can use as max function, and see max function use a column name. So write down also you need a column name. Okay, so right now also you need a column name, then column name is dim visitor age. Dim visitor age. Just click on this, your highest age will be written. And now for the third, the average age and the minimum age. And minimum age you can write it as minimum, and same thing is column name, so you can write it as visitor age. See, in this Power BI you cannot use a row reference or a column reference. You just click on column name only, column name as well as table name only. So minimum age is also done. Now click on new measure. You can put it as total number of like average. as average function, this also need a column name visitor age. Okay, so now see these three are the done. So now I just click on this table, copy, and just paste. Paste. So for this, I need highest age. For this, I need minimum age. And for this, I need average age. Okay, see, this is the average age. Highest age is 58, 19, and this average, you can put it average. And from here, you can use not journal as a whole number. So when you put the whole number, remove the decimal of 0. Now it's 38. Okay, so this kind of also the function you can use like highest sum as highest minimum and average. So one thing also need, suppose in the age group, what is the distinct age of the customer? So you can just click on this new measure. For the unique age, you have to write as distinct count and the name visitor age. The total number of distinct age means suppose 22, 23. This only count once only. So just click on this, home, copy and paste. So for this, you can remove this one. You need to unique age of 40. See, total unique age of 40 means the total number of age count is 40. Okay, it is not a unique number of age. So you just click on table only. See, total number of use as a 40 only. So 40 is the unique number of age. Means if you depend on the age, the total number of age like this in this column, go to age, the value will be, see, 19. How many is a 19? 19 is suppose 1722, but it count only just the one time, so in the 19. So that is the reason to count a distinct function. Distinct is a very good function into our data. So okay, this one for you all. Any doubt till now? Hemlata, Jasmeet, any doubt?
So can you please explain this about the distinct age of 40 means how we can count only a particular age? Like we have the 19
No,
also.
no. See, in this age, yeah, this is the different. Like in the 19, we have a total number of count. We have 1722, but I don't count this one. I count only the
Okay.
distinct age. Distinct age means the 19 is count just one time. 20 is count one time.
Okay.
This is
Understood.
the distinct age. Okay. So this age as a 40 means the total number of age in our column is 40. Like 19 we have how many times? I don't know. 20 we have, I don't know. Okay. So but this kind of skill we have to need. So for this, just move into my calculation part. So for this, yeah. So right now I need a ranking wise. See in this example, hotel reservation. Okay. In this hotel reservation, we have a one column is for ranking. Where is the ranking? Yeah, hotel rating, this rating. So I need a highest rating, lowest rating, as well as the average rating. So for this, you have to use the same function like highest, minimum, and average. these three functions is the same function. So I just write with you. And see, every measure you can count, you can put it as a separate measure table only. New measure. Highest rating. Highest rating, and the rating will be maximum. And the column name is, see, the column name is fact hotel reservation under the hotel rating. So you can just write as a hotel rating. See, column name is fact hotel reservation is a table name, and under this table you have a column name is hotel rating, and just click and close the bracket. Your highest rating will be done. Same way you can put as the same function, new measure. Just copy, and for this you have to write as minimum, and instead of highest you can put as minimum rating or a lowest rating. Lowest rating. And for the average also you can use the same column name. Just click on new measure. Rating. Total. Same way you can done with this, like copy, just a paste, paste and paste. So instead of this, you can put as highest rating. Instead of this, you can put as lowest. Instead of this, you can put as average. Okay, so this kind of rating you have done. So now we have a minimum, maximum, this kind of table, unique. So now I need a unique hotel. Right now we have a total number of hotel. Okay, see in this file, under the fact table, see under the fact hotel reservation, we have a one more column like hotel name as well as, see, hotel name. So total number of hotel we have, total number of unique hotel. So you can put it as distinct function here. Just go to new measure. So now we need a unique hotel name. Not hotel name, unique hotel. Unique hotel. Okay. So total number of unique hotel. Number of unique hotel. So you can put it as distinct count. And what is the column name? Under the fact hotel reservation, you can use a hotel name. Okay. Just click on this. For this unique number of hotel, just click on this home tab, copy and just paste. So see, 614 is a total unique hotel. Okay, so for this function, you have to analyze many things into your data file, like hotel name, total visitor by 20 hotel, 20 top hotel. So you can just click on this table. Okay, and for this table, you go to here and write it as, just drag and drop like hotel name, just hotel name. And for this function, you are using a total visitor. See, hotel name by visitor you have. When you click on this, the hotel name by visitor. So you just click on this table, border and shadow on, and also you can go to filter hotel name. Suppose if you want a total 20 hotel top, and you can use a 20 for the value of total visitor and apply. See the total number of hotel you have 20 hotel. You have this 20 hotel by the name of visitor. So this kind of skill also you can done in tabular format as well as in graphical format. Okay, so you have a total top 20 hotel by visitor. So now I think we have to close this thing. If you have any doubt till now, so next like tomorrow will do a multiple things like all the remaining measure and doing the same visualization with you. Okay, these two. Right
So I
now
need
I'm
to ask
getting,
something.
yeah, tell me.
So like this, the hotel name and total visitor.
Mhm.
I got this problem in some other project, like it's in the tabular form, and at last it's giving total. But sometimes it gives, it doesn't count the whole rows, and it only shows the total in this
Okay,
tabular form.
maybe, yeah, maybe, yes. For this, I think you don't have to make that kind of relationship. See, when you're making the relationship only, suppose if you have a dim table, right, on this, that the table, you have a dim table for the name wise, and when you put the relationship incorrectly, then you don't count this kind of thing. See, when I went to one example for this, so right now, see, for this table, see, right now my relationship is done with origin country. See, in them origin country and the relationship is done with origin to origin. When I put this and instead of them origin country, see origin country, and we have a total visitor. See, when I put the origin country and total visitor, the count is 66,535. That is the same count. But when I move this relationship, see when I delete the relationship, okay, maybe or relationship may be wrong relationship. There is a multiple things when your relationship is done with a wrong as well as not a relationship into this file. Yeah, I delete and see the visualization. See, all the things are the total. Okay, so maybe
No,
this kind of
I
reason you
mean to
have.
say, like the name which are coming, Cambodia,
Mhm,
Indonesia, Malaysia,
mhm.
it's not showing there, and only total is showing. All the details are missing. All the rows are missing from the table.
Okay,
The
so you can
list.
send me the screenshot so I can review.
Okay,
Okay, yeah, you can
okay,
send me the
okay, sure.
screenshot in my mobile. So and also what is the error? Like send me the screenshot for relationship also and your visualization
Okay,
and your this kind of chart, and what you do, send me the file also. Okay,
okay,
yeah, so
sure,
that I
sure.
can review. So now I think we can yeah, this file relationship, so I can done like origin to origin. And now we have to move. Suppose guys join in 1 minute again so that I can discuss with you two or more things. Then we can close.
Okay.
Okay, just do as a 1 or 2 minutes. So I need to just